Hey kids, it's Echo Rabbit here. I am creeping around in the back of my local library. They put in these podcasting booths several years ago. It was a little bit of a funky morning. I got here right at 9 as the library opened, and I stopped in. My wife has an appointment this morning, and I just figured I would kill a little bit of time. I have an appointment in a couple hours from now. So I brought all my recording equipment from home, and I thought I'm going to just hang out at the library and see what these little pods are like. I feel very weirdly amniotic in here. It's all glass, so people can see in. There are gaps in the glass so people can hear me. But I'm not sure what I can hear out. I'm excited to hear the audio back. Look, hey, I'm Echo Rabbit. I'm starting this new channel. I want to make some audios for you. So my history is I used to be a podcaster. I used to be a reporter. I used to be a bunch of things, but my bread and butter is storytelling. You can hear the laughter going on downstairs. That's so bizarre. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut that out or not. This is kind of cool. Podcaster, reporter. I've done a bunch of projects, and ever since the pandemic, my family and I, it just feels like we've been moving. And I'm not saying that the pandemic caused my life to fail. I'm just saying like it's a time marker, a period in time when I was living on a little 1-acre farm. I was raising chickens and ducks. I was happy like the dumb little idiot that I was, and then COVID happened and everything changed, so I had to start getting creative. I have twin children. I have moved them 5 times in 6 years. We're all very tired. It's been a struggle. A lot of things changed because of the pandemic, which has just caused us to have to adapt on the fly for an elongated period of time. My situation right now is that I have a retinal detachment, 2 retinal detachments. I am waiting to have oil removed from my eye in April. I don't like to drive. I struggle with a lot of things. Depth perception is hard. I could talk all day about retinal detachments, but the point is I've had to get very creative with both of our incomes at the moment. We have a lot medically going on, and this is one of the things that I have always had. My voice, whether it's written or spoken, has always been a resource, and I don't want to build a project based on my past projects. I guess I just want to have this little channel, this little space. I can tell you more about why, but this little corner of the ether where I can just kind of broadcast things quietly. And one of my favorite thoughts or ideas is that the things that we want are also wanting us and seeking us out actively. But like when we're lost in the woods, I go back to the woods a lot. It's a theme you'll see a lot in my work, but when we're lost in the woods, we're told to just sit still and wait. Someone will be coming for us. One thing that I learned is that it's a lot easier to sit and wait for the good things that are trying to find us. It's so much easier to wait for them if we have a comfortable spot to sit and wait. So, the first audio that I'm going to let loose is going to be sort of a cabin building audio for myself. And I'm 42 years old. I've learned a lot of different coping strategies. I've dealt with anxiety and stress and just a lot, being intelligent in clinical ways and maybe socially not quite so intelligent was a difficult way to grow up. And I learned early on how to build little spaces for myself in my head. And my most go-to little space is I call it the cabin. I say, let's go to the woods or let's go to the cabin. And in my brain, I've trained my nervous system that those words, that means it's time to chill the fuck out, And I got to thinking during some tough times recently, wouldn't it be nice if, everybody was able to just stop for a second and build a cabin. I know there are a lot of people out there just like listening to audios and listening to meditations, and a lot of them are great. I've benefited from the work of several artists, in this genre over the years. I started listening to meditation and, spiritual type audios, God, 2013, 2014. Yeah. And I started, what I took away from that in those days, it was all just like YouTube stuff before there was an ad every 5 seconds, and you could just listen to like a 3-hour sleep audio and fall asleep to someone's voice, I wanted to build a little space where I could teach people how to make their own little spaces, because those videos are great and those voices are great for putting you to sleep. But really, what was most helpful was when I started internalizing those voices that spoke most clearly to me. I found my favorite audio creators, and I followed them, and I listened intently, and I got to know their voices, and I got to know sort of their quirks and their mannerisms, their vocal mannerisms, and it sort of became a healthier voice in my own head, over time of listening to those types of things. So, I was doing a lot of different stuff, making money, storytelling. Now, as much as I would love to be making money storytelling, I think what I'm after here on this channel is just storytelling in a way that can maybe I can become someone's little internal voice while they're strengthening their own. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a whirl over here. I've been told that I have a good voice for this type of thing. I know I had a good voice for reporting. So I'm going to try out some meditation audios, maybe some little, scenarios, some little meet cute things. But how I'm going to try to make my money is not the typical way, because my schedule and everything is so out of whack. And my wife also has medical issues. I have almost 14-year-old twins. We are a busy crowd. We have medical appointments, Jesus, almost every day. We live pretty much an hour from anything that's not. Our town has no stoplights, half a grocery store, a Dollar General, because everywhere in rural Pennsylvania has a Dollar General, and a gas station. And so we have to travel about, 40 to 60 miles to get to any of our appointments. We travel almost daily. I can't promise that I'm going to be able to drop new audios every week. I'm not going to be able to keep a consistent schedule, which is how you build an audience for membership type revenue. And right now, I absolutely need the revenue, but I can't beg for it and I can't perform for it. What I can do is offer commissions. So I'm starting this channel as a little way to sell personal audios. I know a lot of people have their favorite voices, their favorite creators, and I'm loyal to mine as well. So, no judgment there. They're all great. I have my favorites too, but so many of them have done so well and they're so busy. They're not able to create personal audios, and kind of that's the niche that I want to fall into. That's the gap that I want to fill a little bit. So if you're looking for personal audios, you think you like the sound of my voice, I wanted to give you just this little, audio essay, whatever you want to call it, this little column, fluff piece to kind of introduce myself and introduce you to my voice. I'm going to start dropping audios February 13th. It's a Friday. I love spooky things. If there's a Route 666, best believe I'm going to take a ride on it. Or if it's Friday the 13th, I'm going to wake up a little extra energized. I don't know what it is. I love Halloween, how we throw all of the things that terrify us. We just face them head on, and I love that shit. Friday, February 13th, I will be dropping my first audio. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but it's going to be a little cabin building exercise for you. I do a lot of tarot card reading, so I'm going to be doing a tarot card script here in the future sometime. So basically, I think what you should do is just keep an eye on my TikTok and my YouTube. Visit me on Coffee. I hope that's how you say it. I used to use Patreon. I can't say that either. I've never used the Coffee platform, but we're going to go with Coffee. Sounds right. I love coffee. We'll go with that. All the links will be available wherever you're finding this particular audio. But you can support me for whatever you want a month, or for $25, I can give you a personal audio 20 to 30 minutes. The other nice thing about where I'm at with this is that you are hitting me on the ground level. So, send me an email, tell me what you want for a personal audio. Are you looking for a meditation? Are you looking for a little experience? I'm not doing not safe for work content. That is not to say I won't go to first base if the spirit moves me. It's whatever people are looking for up to a point. We'll see what the future holds. But yeah, I want to invite you to come check me out. I'm going to record maybe my little cabin building audio and see how it goes. I'm just cutting some chops in this genre. I've written a lot of news writing, a lot of creative nonfiction. I wrote columns. I wrote a lot of stuff like, think of David Sedaris, Andrea Gibson as one of my favorite poets, but a lot of narrative nonfiction, creative nonfiction. Hunter Thompson is my man. So that's my style. That's kind of how I write. I like to write like I talk. And so it's just, I'm learning this new medium, so I'm writing fiction, right? I'm writing a scenario. I'm writing a one-sided scenario that's not real. That's a whole other space for my brain to start to inhabit. So, and I'm testing out my equipment here at the library today. So it sounds like I might get a little bit of chatter from downstairs. I'm not sure if this is going to be the best time or place to record such a deeply somatic exercise audio, but we'll give it a shot and see what I can do and what the sound is like. So it's nice to meet you. I am Echo Rabbit, and I sincerely hope that you will follow my voice to the bottom. I really think I do have some beautiful things to show you in the dark. That was my belly growling. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the den.